Hi guys, this is Chloe
and Lydia,
and today we're going to be showing you how to make toffee.
And Mom is here too, and she's going to be helping us make it, except she's behind the camera because we couldn't figure out a way to put the stand.
Hi. Okay,
so what you're going to need to make toffee, English toffee.
This is English toffee, a family recipe.
Almonds, a smasher thing, a board, a pan, chocolate chips, sugar, and a lot of butter. Like, I don't know how much, 4 pounds or something.
And then also, you're going to need we're making a double recipe today.
But if you want to just make one recipe, which is a lot,
you can just actually
one pan and
one pot.
one pot, any pot, and try to make it kind of big like this, or maybe a little smaller, and a spoon.
Let's get started.
Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get the smashy thing,
and so we've laid out a big pile of nuts because for a double recipe you need 3 cups of pounded nuts
smashed up. But we haven't smashed them yet, and it makes a difference in the measuring. So
So we take a handful. This is how we normally start.
Yeah,
we take a handful and put it on the corner of the board.
And then move them in.
And then one of us.
We normally have 3 people, but Mom's behind the camera.
One of us puts in a few nuts in different places. This is our technique. And then we slide it out onto the pan.
And then so you keep doing that until you have a lot of nuts. Okay, just keep on doing that. Okay, so we messed up when we said, I don't know what we said, but 3 cups of chopped nuts
is
one recipe. And here's all of our chopped up nuts. It took us forever.
Okay, so you're going to preheat the oven to about 350 or 325
before you start doing that. And yeah. So, before you start chopping them up so that it can actually preheat.
And then when it's done preheating, you're going to put the nuts in the oven for about, how long? 5 minutes. And then toast them. And then you're going to get started on the actual
once they're in there, you get started. Yeah, so let's go ahead and put it in. Okay. Scary. Do not like. And then put it up to about 500. Now that we're over at the stove, we have a pot, and we have a pound of butter it's a pound of butter per recipe, and which is 4 cubes. You can talk. She's not like mute or anything. She knows how to talk.
They told me to be quiet.
You can talk now. I just wanted to explain it.
So I always remember that toffee has a pound of butter and a pound of sugar.
It's
and
pound
a pound
toffee.
of sugar is 2 cups. Because 2 cups is a pint, and a pint is a pound the world around, as my mom told me. A pint's a pound the world around. Good way to remember it. So 2 cups of sugar with your pound of butter, and then you're going to turn on the pan and get it melting.
2 cups is a pint, and a pint is a pound.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, I want to do mine.
All right, without getting it all over the floor. We always try not to get toffee all over the floor when we make it.
Okay.
And you turn the stove to a medium-high temperature.
High. That's good, because you had the other one a little low.
Okay, so now we just take it out.
Yeah, it smells toasted. A little bit. I think we could leave it in a few more minutes. Like 3 or 4.
Yeah, if you don't know how to do it, then you're going to do it for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to burn them. All that work, you smushed them. All that work,
you don't know how much work it is.
You don't want to do that
But
again.
it's a lot of work.
And it's expensive to buy all those nuts.
Okay, so here is one recipe, and here's another recipe.
This is mine. This is the one that we're focusing on today, because that is the one where I did the towers, the buttered castle.
So you just leave it on medium heat until it's melted almost completely.
You can press it down and make it melt faster if you want to.
Because that's what Lydia does because she wants to start the fun. But until it's
Or
melted,
you can scrape it off and pretend that it's melted.
until it's melted, you just want to wait. Until it's melted, you just want to wait for the nuts and stuff. And then when it is melted, you are going to stir it, and you're just going to keep stirring it until it smells burnt and looks like caramel.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted.
We'll keep you posted on the different phases of the toffee.
Okay, so
This is phase 1.
phase 1.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It just looks like butter and sugar mixed together in a thing. So we'll get back to you.
Okay, so we've laid out our pans, and it doesn't
I
matter.
forgot to mention, you don't just need a pan. You need a lot of pans.
2 pans for each recipe.
2 pans per recipe, but 3 if you want to do nuts.
Okay, so the nuts we put out here, we've already toasted, and you just want to put a layer of nuts
Sprinkle them all out on the bottom.
on the bottom of the pan before you put the caramelized butter and sugar on.
Yeah.
So that's how you want to start.
Sure.
So yeah.
Okay, so you do want to stir because there is this weird thing where if you don't stir while it's at about this stage, it'll start to sizzle.
It'll just turn
So
into
you
caramel.
do want to stir a little bit.
You want to stir the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so stage 2 is like this, where it's all melted and it's all together. Sometimes it separates at this point, but that's okay. And then it's kind of grainy looking, but you have to be really careful because it's getting hot, and if you touch it to your skin, it would burn. Even though it looks like it would be delicious to taste, but you don't. It's starting to bubble around the edge. Can you see the edge where it's bubbling? See that? It's starting to boil.
So yeah, we'll get back to you when we get to phase.
We'll get back to you with
3.
stage 3.
Okay, so I've measured about a cup and a half. This is a cup and a half, and this is a cup and a half, or 12 ounces for each recipe. And I've just separated them out here to make it easy. We use chocolate chips. This is the first year we've used chocolate chips, but normally we used regular dark chocolate or milk chocolate.
Dark.
We use dark
And
chocolate.
we use high quality.
And high quality chocolate. So you really want to get good chocolate because it's going to be, you want it to look nice and taste good.
Okay, so this is the next stage. It's stage 3. This is stage 3, and it's the foamy stage. Look, it looks like that.
Stirring.
It looks like just like really bubbly and foamy, but this whole entire process until you turn the heat off and you let it have like until this whole thing. Don't touch it because it's like so hot. It's like bad. Really bad.
And a lot of people, when they make the mistake, they make this mistake of thinking it's done right now because they see it boiling and they think it looks foamy, but it's not done yet. It has to start looking like
Just don't tell them about the other stages. It's a secret. It's a surprise. But this is not even close to being done, so
This
don't
is not
stop.
close, so don't stop and don't even walk away. Don't walk away.
You have to stir for the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, don't stop or it'll
Make sure you have a nice
completely
long
messed up.
spoon that won't melt because otherwise you're and sometimes it's good to sit on a stool so you're a little taller. So your face doesn't get so hot.
All very good tips, but we don't want to make this video too long, so bye until the next
We'll
stage.
see you at the next stage.
Okay, so this is what it will look like after that. This is like in between stages of the other stage, the last stage. But it takes a really long time to get here, to get it to this. It takes a really long time to get to the last stage. Like, it takes a long time from it when it's foamy and stuff. So just, if it's not doing it right away, don't get worried.
What's it
because
supposed to look
It takes
like?
a long time.
What's the next?
The last one is supposed to look kind of like peanut butter and caramel and stuff, or something like that. But keep stirring. Don't stop stirring for a second. Well, I mean, you can do it for 1 second.
Don't stop stirring. Don't stop
Just keep
stirring. Just keep stirring.
I feel like oh my gosh, I'm
Oh,
getting
here.
sunburned.
Why don't you do this one instead?
Do
This
it.
one is not as hot.
Okay, see you in the
There's not
next
as much
stage.
surface area that's coming off.
Okay, so this is about the last stage. This is the most important part that you need to stir at because it will harden very easily. Mom scraped the edges.
Mom, who's in the
I think it's starting to be. It's good. It's done.
And so we're ready to pour this one out.
Sometimes we tap it on the sink and we taste it. but we are very careful. Turn off the stove. Ooh, it's hard to do with this. Ooh. Okay. So we spread it all around. Oop. No, just don't worry about that. Just leave it on there. Oh, see how it's burning at the bottom right there? A little bit? That's good. It's supposed to do that. It works. It's easier to get it out with the littler pan. You have to be strong to hold this pan. Very strong. Very strong.
Get a parent's help and supervision from the very beginning. Especially the smashing. We've had
some casualties from that.
So you're just going to spread that out over the nuts.
As much as you can. You want to spread it out all the way.
You can chop the nuts up too if you
Make it
want.
as thin as possible.
You might want to do the other one that
I'm
you
going
did
to
first.
do it. I'm going to do it. It'll be fine. I need to put this down.
Okay, Mom.
How is that one doing? This is the first time we've ever done 2 recipes at once, except for the year I learned to do this. From one of my favorite teachers, Mrs. Tyler, taught me how to do this.
Okay, so after you have spread it out completely, pretty much, you're just going to let it cool until it's pretty hard, but it's still warm. And then you're going, like pretty warm, and then you're going to put the recipe, or the correct amount of chocolate chips onto it, and wait a little bit until they're a little bit melted, and then spread them out, and then put more nuts on before the chocolate is hard.
What are the chocolate chips?
Okay, so while it's still hot, make it wait for half of a minute, 30 seconds after you pour it on or something like that. Get the chocolate chips and get the right amount of chocolate chips that we explained, and just pour them all on there. Put all of those little babies on.
What's your elbow?
Keep on grabbing them. Just keep grabbing them. Just keep on grabbing them.
Lydia.
Okay.
You don't want to touch the top because
You put them on the...
it's still hot.
Okay, once you're done with that, you just spread out all the chocolate
After it melts.
over the whole entire thing. After you give it time to melt. And just do that until it's all spread out.
It might seem really hard and not easy to spread at first, but that's only because the chocolate has not melted, but it will melt. Even if the toffee seems cool, it is not cool yet. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take that long to harden. Chocolate takes a long time to harden, but
Yeah, it does. It's
seems-
annoying how long you want to eat it.
Sometimes I put it up on some pot holders like this. I lift it up a little bit so it cools faster. If it's up on something.
There's higher altitude up there.
Yeah. No, it's because the air gets
What do you do?
underneath the
I
pan.
know, that was probably just sit down in the comments and you know what the word altitude means.
Yeah. And if you lift up these pans, remember that the pans get hot.
Yeah.
From the hot toffee.
So don't burn yourself. Okay,
this is the last step.
Last step is to
You
sprinkle
just
some
sprinkle
nuts
it
on the top.
there.
You want to make sure you evenly do it over the whole thing. But the best thing about toffee is that it's a little bit different every time you make it. But it's always delicious. That's like life. Is that too deep for you?
Too deep for these videos.
Oh no, this is a video for my friends who I love.
And some...
And whoever else watches it.
Yeah, and whoever else watches it that you also love.
That I might love someday.
We love you, random strangers.
Here, take this and sprinkle like this. It's fun to sprinkle it from this thing.
Oh, that's
here.
And our subscribers.
And you don't have to put nuts if you don't want to.
But it is better. It is a lot better with nuts. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like nuts on my candy," and I don't really like nuts on my candy either. But I definitely like it on the toffee.
I don't think toffee would be right without some nuts. You can use walnuts or pecans.
You can use whatever kind of nuts you want, but we definitely prefer almonds.
Except for the kind of nuts that you're all thinking about and laughing about.
Olivia.
Just kidding.
You mean like when you're crazy about something? That kind of nuts?
Okay, so,
Hang on, really quick.
okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so
You just gotta remember, a pound of butter, a pound of sugar, a pound of nuts, and a pound of sugar, or not pound of sugar, and a pound of chocolate if you want to be really chocolate.
it wouldn't matter if you used but Chloe just has her non-chocolate ways. So now it's
So,
time.
like this video if you would enjoy this recipe, and comment down below if there's anything similar to this that you liked, and if you tried this recipe, tell us how it turned out. So hit that subscribe button if you get a chance, and thanks for watching.